Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so what? Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm gonna be talking about Silicon Valley in the United States, in California, obviously. Um, so Silicon Valley, it's a place located in San Francisco, in its Bay Area, which is like right here in this part of California. Uh, San Francisco is in the northern part of California, and Silicon Valley is a global center for technological innovation and has many famous technology companies. Silicon Valley includes the cities Santa Clara, Redwood, Mountain View, and much more, and it is one of the wealthiest regions in the world. So why is it called Silicon Valley? Silicon is a chemical element, one of its uses is that it's used to make semiconductor chips for electronics such as computers, televisions, and phones. And around the 1950s, the manufacturing of silicon chips became popular in this area. It caused news reporters to start referring to this area as Silicon Valley, therefore giving it its current name. So the history of Silicon Valley is that first it used to be known as Valley of the Heart's Delight in the 1900s. This was because the region had many orchards and acres filled with fruit. However, by the 1950s, a new industry had emerged: manufacturers and innovators of the silicon chip. A technology news reporter called Dan Hoefler was one of the first to refer to this region as Silicon Valley. He often wrote about this area and its community in his columns, thus spreading the word about this area. Silicon Valley gained lots of popularity due to this, and today it is known as a hub for technology companies. Some of the major companies are these two, if you guys know them. So this one is on the left, it's Apple, and on the right, it's Google. So Apple and Google are only two out of the many technology companies that have headquarters in Silicon Valley. So first, we'll talk about Apple. Founded in 1976 by Steve Jobs, Apple is a technology company that focuses on electronics, software, and online services. It is one of the largest companies in the world today. The company headquarters are in Cupertino, Santa, in the Santa Clara County within Silicon Valley. Its main headquarters are a massive circular building in Apple Park and a group of buildings named Apple Campus. Some of its most significant products include the iPhone, Mac, and iPad. So here at the top left is some of its products like the Mac, the iPhone, and the iPad. And here down here, this one on the left, that looks like a giant circular building, is Apple Park, and this one is Apple's campus. Next, we'll talk about Google. So, founded in 1998 by Larry Page and Sergey Brin, this technology company focuses on search engine technology and artificial intelligence. Page and Brin were both students at Stanford University, a university located in the heart of Silicon Valley. Later, they developed more products and services such as Google Play, Gmail, Google Google Chrome, Google Slides, Docs, Sheets, Google Translate, and more. And one of its main headquarters is the Googleplex in Silicon Valley, Santa Clara. So this one is its headquarters, the picture at the bottom, and here is Google's logo and some of its products. Some tourist attractions in Silicon Valley include company headquarters, obviously, such as like Google, Apple, Facebook, NASA, eBay, and more. Um, there's also Stanford University, which is one of the top universities in the world, and it's in Silicon Valley. So if you ever come here, you can go visit. And the Winchester Mystery House. So if you guys like horror or scary stuff, you should come here if you ever decide to visit Silicon Valley, since it's believed to be haunted. So some more tourist attractions are San Jose. which is the capital city of Silicon Valley, and there are many attractions in it alone. Museums. There are many art, technology, and history museums in Silicon Valley, such as the Computer History Museum or the San Jose Museum of Art, and some garages, which is kind of interesting because many big companies in Silicon Valley today started out in a small garage in a house. So you can actually visit like the garages of the founders of those companies. And fun facts. Okay. So some fun facts about Silicon Valley is that its annual profit is around 250 billion, which is like a lot. Many people in Silicon Valley prefer to live in mortar homes or vans because of how the house prices there are really high. And there are other Silicon Valleys in the world in places such as Brazil, India, Japan, Taiwan, Australia, and more. There is a TV series named after Silicon Valley about five people trying to turn their startup into a successful one in Silicon Valley. Robots are often seen and used in Silicon Valley for room service, delivery purposes, security reasons, and more. And HP, the computer company, was one of the first startups in Silicon Valley, and and it inspired many other companies to set up here. So as you can see, this is at the right is like a picture of all the vans that people live in Silicon Valley, and on the left is like a picture of a robot that is doing like a patrol. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening. Does anyone have any questions? All right.